Welcome back to the CLINEcast, episode 00. Don't remember. Is it 7? 6? It's 6. It's 6 or 7. Hey, it's January 16th, 2025. It's our Mark McGuire year.
Yeah.
You know, we just finished up our Ken Griffey year. The year before that was Jordan year. So I can't wait. Going to hit a lot of dingers this year.
A lot of
It's
dingers.
going to be good.
A few steroids.
It's gonna be fun.
No, it's 0 steroids.
Zero steroids, unless it's just to get out of an ailment. Something that's made you sick. Happy New Year, everybody. We're back on the CLINEcast. We
Episode 6.
Episode 6.
I double checked.
Yeah, 006. Episode 006.
Yeah.
We're back in Edom in the new year.
Jack will tell them what our theme is this year.
Thrive in 25.
Say it like you mean it. Say it with your chest.
Yeah, say it where the people can hear you there.
Thrive in 25.
Yeah.
There you go. Thrive in 25.
There's a
Sounds
prophecy
good.
for you.
Sounds good. That's the first time I heard that, everybody.
Thrive in
That's why we do this
25.
podcast. Is for band meetings.
This is actually just
This
a
is
meeting.
after the band meeting. We said might as well start recording it.
There's a chance there could be some times where this goes real south, and we just and we have to put it out because I don't edit them.
We got to put it out.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to listen to this.
Yeah. What y'all been up to?
Oh, we out here.
We had Christmas break.
Yep.
Yeah, it was so
We had
good.
Christmas break. You know what? Christmas break was really, really great, and I got really tired of Christmas break. I was ready to just do something. I get restless.
I'm
Yeah.
not that way.
I know.
I could still be Christmas breaking right now.
I just get
He's antsy.
antsy. I feel like and it's you know, let's just go ahead and take it deep.
It's what you
It's
what
a
you see your
problem.
therapist about.
It's what I see my therapist about.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
If you feel like you're not moving something along, it's not moving along.
Right. Like
Yeah.
if I'm not doing something, then nothing's moving, and that's
Yeah.
not true. That's why we have Sabbath.
Yeah.
That's why we have rest, is to show us that God works when we don't.
Yeah.
And yet, I still get antsy and frustrated, and I was really glad to see January 1 roll around. We had a really great Christmas break. We took a little, we call it our We Made It trip.
I heard about that.
You heard about that? It's every year since our first kid was born. He's 7, so this is 7.
Yep.
We go to Nashville for one night. We go dancing and have fun, get around some secular people, just to see what the world's like out there.
It's good to spend
Just
time
to
around
see-
secular people.
No, we went to the 12:30 Club,
And we were definitely standing out of the crowd.
and we were definitely standing out in the crowd. And it's like it's just off Broadway, like it's on Broadway, but it's not like a Broadway bar. It's like a supper club. They
It's
call
a
it.
speakeasy.
No,
Isn't it?
no.
Where did we go? Oh, 12:30. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm thinking
12:30
about
Club.
pushing daisies or whatever.
Yeah, whatever that thing is. You can't talk about that. That's secular.
Oh, okay.
But
Not there.
but we did go there, and we with the intention of dancing.
Yeah,
We don't go dance. I don't know if you've seen me dance,
it's
but
really
you
good.
but you don't want to.
I did.
And there was this band there, and they were playing this modern funk.
Oh, it's
like
so
R&B.
good.
We stayed for 3
So
hours.
good.
It
And
was
we danced.
incredible. Yeah, we danced a lot, but we were just gonna pop in there and then
And of course, we talked to
go
the
to sleep.
musicians.
So anyways,
after Meet the
Sounds
Band.
fun.
Yeah,
it was really really
it was
fun.
A great time.
So that's how we kind of capped our. Even though we did it after New Year's because it's way cheaper to stay in Nashville after the first of the year.
Yeah.
Call me for your, if you need a travel agent.
That's awesome.
But it was really fun. It capped our 24. What'd y'all do?
We did a staycation.
Staycation.
We did. We didn't do anything.
That's amazing.
Messed our sleep schedules up bad just in time for 21 days of prayer.
Which is what we're right in the
brutal.
middle of right
We're
now.
right in the middle of it right now.
Yep.
No, we had a great break. We didn't do anything. We just chilled out, watched movies, went to the movies, saw the new Lion King movie,
Oh yeah.
Simba movie. I don't recommend it.
Oh really?
Yeah. And just saw Wicked too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
Didn't know
wanna
what was
see-
going on in that. So
Gotcha.
that was crazy.
Had you ever seen it before?
I've never seen Wicked.
Okay.
So I do know, the things I do know is it has something to do with Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I know that. I know that the evil witch of the West really isn't that bad. Really she got framed.
Oh.
But kind of right at that point, this went black. The screen went black and said "to be continued." So we gotta
Oh,
wait.
come on.
So we gotta wait.
Yeah, I did hear it's
What's
2
on
movies.
God.
I don't know anything about it.
Ariana Grande's in it.
Yeah.
I'm worried about her. She needs to eat.
Yeah, bless her.
But
She's kind of a tiny human.
I'm not a
little,
big
yeah.
I'm not a big musical person, but the like I like Hamilton.
Yeah,
But
I
who
mean,
doesn't like Hamilton?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
But the singing's obviously great in it.
Yeah.
And Jeff Goldblum's in it. You know who that is? Is that ringing a bell?
Nope.
He's in Jurassic Park. He's
Yeah.
real like he dresses real cool, like he's a real Metro.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's in it. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
He's actually the Oz.
Yeah.
In it.
Oh, cool.
Not
Yeah.
to ruin it for anybody.
Yeah.
That's y'all or anybody that Dad hadn't seen it, so yeah, I'm not ruining it for anybody. Mom and Dad hadn't seen it, so that's good.
Yeah, it's
Kurt
fine.
probably hadn't seen it either.
Yeah, I don't think
That's our
Kurt's
3
seen it.
listeners.
Yeah. Shout out Kurt.
But yeah, that's it. Rang in the new year.
Yeah.
Watched all the stuff on TV. Did y'all watch?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had a very quiet New Year. It was so awesome.
Us too.
We went to
We
a
were
friend's
with
house
but then we were
until
with
like
us.
8 o'clock, and they put all their kids to bed. They like act like it's midnight and put their kids to bed.
We did the countdown
Yeah.
with the kids, and then they went to bed.
Happy
That's
New Year.
awesome.
And then we went home and did our family party and
Yeah.
did the real countdown. And it was great.
As you could probably imagine, maybe it's what's wrong with our kids.
They
We
were
just
up
let
till
them
midnight.
stay up.
Yeah. We're wrecked.
Did y'all have a
We
favorite?
just got wrecked.
This is we probably should have recorded this last week, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's fine.
Y'all have a favorite performance on the Dick
From
Clark's New Year's
New
Eve?
Year's Eve? They were all kind of meh this year to me.
I'm trying to think of one I saw that I thought was awesome.
There was a lot of country this year,
A lot of country.
which I'm not a. I'm
Hardy
not-
crushed it.
Country's
Oh,
cool
I
again.
didn't
Hardy
see
was on it.
Hardy.
Country's cool again.
I didn't
Yeah.
see Hardy.
Hardy
I did
crushed
see
it.
our boy Riley played with Megan. That was cool. Megan Maroney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was on it.
Yeah,
I
she was
guess
on
I
it.
missed
It
that
was
part.
late. It was like
Was
after
she-
midnight.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
maybe.
the after party.
Yeah,
Was
a lot
she
of
indoor-
country.
Yeah, that was
That was pretty
indoors.
cool.
Country is
Country's
it's
cool
back.
again.
It's all the way back.
Teddy swims.
I'm excited, dude. That
Oh,
dude can sing,
he
bro.
is
That guy's awesome.
It's
incredible.
You
it's a
see
legit
him and
voice.
he's playing with Thomas Rhett at Fenway.
Oh,
No,
really?
I
This year?
didn't know
That's
that.
cool.
That's pretty cool.
I want to see.
I love Thomas Rhett.
I do too.
I just think he just does whatever he wants.
I think he's awesome.
and I don't
too.
think he cares what anybody says about it. And I like that.
I think he made. I guess it's been 6-7 years ago. I think he made like one of the best pop, kind of popish records, and then he just went right back to like country songwriting.
And he's a great songwriter.
And he's great.
He can do whatever he wants.
I think
Is
he
my camera still rolling?
killed it. Your camera's on.
Okay.
Yeah,
sweet.
it's on.
Just making sure.
I saw you got to. Somebody was trying to phone
Somebody's
into
trying to
the
call me.
CLINEcast.
Yeah.
There,
They didn't-
we'll have to pause them for
Yeah.
a few more minutes.
They thought the show was live. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what genre is next.
Can I
though.
tell you what sucked?
Can we be honest
Okay.
about that? Real
Let's
quick?
go there. You know what I thought sucked?
What sucked?
Can you say sucked on the Christian
Yes,
podcast?
you
You can't on
Go
ours.
I feel like Nate Bargatze. Here I am bringing this filth into it.
Yeah.
I love. No. What I don't like. Lenny Kravitz was awful. It's like obviously lip
Yes.
synced.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. Honestly, I don't have
Yeah.
I'm not down on that hill. I just like he shouldn't.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, all
And
of
it's like
those.
he's like 80,
Yeah. So all of
You know?
those.
He's not 80.
And he's
but
like-
he's older.
trying to do the thing, and I'm like, man, I don't know.
He's probably in his 70s, isn't he? Don't you
Yeah,
think?
I think we looked it up.
we
I think
did
he's,
look it up.
I think he's mom and
close to
dad's
our
age.
Parents' age.
Six-
Like 62.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
63.
So for people that don't know how that stuff works, like there's different versions of playing music on live television, like the morning shows and the late night shows, like Jimmy Fallon or the Today Show, whatever. You're actually playing. The band's
Yeah.
really playing. That's real. There's no fake.
Yep.
Like there's no overdubbing.
Yep.
I would say 98% of the time, like you might have an artist that
Yeah.
doesn't do it live.
Which is pretty wild because the late nights are filmed like 10 or 11 a.m.
No, late nights are like at 6 p.m.
Are they filming later?
Yeah, they film.
Okay,
at like
I haven't
6,
done a
think.
late night. But
We almost did.
we almost did. But when we did the Today Show,
Yeah.
that's a 3 a.m. sound
That's an
check.
early day.
And dude's singing like his hit single
Oh,
at
yeah.
like 4:30
It's-
a.m.
That's an early morning.
Isn't that crazy? And it's
yeah.
like 5 million viewers. And
Yeah.
the last time we did the Today Show, I kept telling Dylan's manager I was really nervous, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah,
I
she was kind of
I would just like walk up next to her and I was just like, God, I'm
really
so nervous.
That was pretty funny too. And
So
we
many,
kept
and I just keep saying like it's so many people.
before the segment before you go on, they bring you like to the sound stage.
Yeah.
And like Hoda and whoever the other person's always not as nice as Hoda.
Always.
Hoda's always the nicest.
Hoda's the best.
Hoda's really sweet.
Yeah.
I think she really is a Jesus follower.
Yeah.
The other ones say they are, but I don't buy it. I'm just not buying it. Anyway, you know, that's between them and the Lord, though.
We're in trouble if this goes viral.
Yeah.
We're going to title this episode like rubbing shoulders with the secular.
Yeah, rubbing, you know,
Like the secular.
being the ants on the wall. So that's funny because they bring you out there to the soundstage and they're like doing that, and we're all standing there. And this was a really funny. I remember this moment. You and I and Dylan was standing over there, and Dylan's manager standing over there, and we started singing the wrong words to the song, as a joke.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's da-da. And she, I think she legit was kind of like, y'all have to stop doing that. You're gonna mess up. No. And that was just a really funny.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a funny moment.
That was a good time with little Dylan.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Messing with her.
That was a good time.
Great.
Yeah. So, but back to my original question there. Like, what genre is next?
Ooh.
I think it's gonna be like. What made me? Wish you would have asked that yesterday. I'm trying to think. Like, there was a lot of old school, like rock.
Yeah.
Like, was it Alanis Morissette?
Now
that
I
had a
need to
song?
ask you.
Yes.
I need to ask you: is my phone still recording?
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
we had one other person. We had one other person wanting to phone into the
Yeah.
podcast.
People were
the
calling
same
in.
person?
No, different person.
People are getting in here. I think so. They had Lenny Kravitz, Alanis
Alanis
Morissette.
Morissette was
So
awesome.
I think old rock.
To remind you,
I think it's like it's gonna be kind of like a '90s grunge.
You
know what I'm saying?
You.
Because
The phase of music that I did not prefer.
well, I wish you wouldn't have said that
I
because
know.
like Dylan Marlowe's country record, like he has several like kind of grungy songs.
Yeah.
I like his.
Yeah.
I don't consider that
I think
grunge.
guitar. I just think
know what I'm
like
talking about,
guitar rock's coming back. Like I think
Yeah,
Camino,
Nirvana.
like the band Camino has
Like
their-
I think we're gonna get more like Nirvana rock.
Yeah, I do
for a
too.
little bit.
Yeah, I love Marley's records.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Because like rap had its day for 4 or 5 years. Seems like country's having its thing now. Yeah, I hope it's rock.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, Nickelback came back.
That's
Creed's
what I-
back.
Yeah.
I get.
Yeah.
I feel like it's coming.
Rhett Walker's back.
Rhett Walker's
Doing
back.
Creed.
Yeah, what Rhett Walker's back
Yeah.
doing Creed.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
What do you think about my mustache though?
I wanted to bring that up. That's we need to post a picture of the mustache, a better picture here.
Before and after.
I'll post
Yeah.
the Christmas
do.
Eve picture
I told
right here.
Garrett we had the idea. A few of the guys at church we were all serving at church on Christmas Eve, playing in the worship band. Said, hey, let's do mustaches. Honestly, didn't think anybody would do it. I did it.
I didn't think anybody would do it.
And then the person I least thought would do it did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Garrett showed up, didn't do it at first. And he was like, oh, I forgot. And I still don't buy it.
I really honestly forgot. And I think I just put it out of my mind because I was like the same person. I was like, that person's not going to do it.
This guy's
Derek
not gonna do it.
will do anything.
Yeah.
So it like doesn't matter if he does it or not.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so that's why we did it.
Yeah.
And once we didn't even know that thing was on there. Like
I-
we had no idea you could do that.
I didn't know I could do this.
I honestly honored.
I did it.
Honored to even be a part of it.
Thank you.
And I told Garrett, I'll follow you anywhere with that mustache. So-
That's quote. He literally did say that to me. Well, I felt bad, so I went home in between the second and third Christmas Eve services because we're crazy. It was just we did a bunch of Christmas Eve services.
We did.
And shaved it and walked out, and I was thinking like, I don't know
gosh.
about this.
That was incredible.
And Jacqueline goes, "Oh, tell him what your reaction was."
I think it's sexy.
Yeah,
likes it.
Secular. We gotta watch out for the secular
Yeah,
words.
sexy is a
We're
secular
married.
term.
It's okay.
It's a secular word.
That would be.
She thought it was very
makes
attractive.
Jacqueline flush in the cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, if Jacqueline likes it, this thing's gonna stay a while.
yeah.
So I kept it. Fast forward to my story for our We Made It trip. Shaved it again.
Yep.
let it grow out a little while because 21 days of prayer, we're doing 4:30 a.m. wake up calls.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody got time to be shaving every morning.
That's why I'm yawning right now.
That's why you're yawning. And so then yesterday I shaved it again. We have Wednesday night service, so this is on a Wednesday. I shaved it again at home, took a shower, walked past Jacqueline, kissed her right in the face, went to church, saw her again after her Bible study, after I was in worship. She said, "What looks different about you?" And she got closer.
I said, "Did you shave your face?
Did you shave your face?" And I said, "Jacqueline, I walked right past you with a shaved face, 4 hours ago." So I don't know if it's just...
It's a gift.
It's almost like it needs to be a shock. I need to grow it out for a while and
it's
then
a gift
stash.
that keeps on giving.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Derek did say to me,
Jack's
he said,
defense,
"I'll follow you anywhere with that mustache."
Yeah, and in
felt,
Jack's defense, she got a lot going on.
I felt like I was a colonel.
So you can't blame her. You can't be mad at Jacqueline. She got a lot going on. She's thinking about a lot of things, and in a good way.
Yeah.
Some bad maybe, but we're praying her out.
I'm praying out.
That's why we're doing 21 Days Prayer. Hey, yeah, let's get into it a little bit. I feel like we're so good at talking there, and I want to go ahead and say sponsored by Stanley.
That's awesome.
I get made fun of. There's some things that people would deem
Hydro Flask. Sponsored by Stanley.
Yeah, Stanley and Hydro Flask. Stanley. There's a new one now called Brewmate that doesn't spill.
It's not new. Everybody thinks it's new.
That's really the one. That's popular.
Yeah,
new in popularity.
Pop culture.
I really need one of those.
Who knew we would spend $60 on cups to put free water in?
Man, it's crazy. And I will say, to continue down a tangent here, you could tell we were getting up at 4 o'clock every morning and didn't prepare for this. So the church here has the best. Our church has the best water in the front office. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know what the machine's called. I don't know. But I need one of those.
I'm surprised you haven't had it delivered to your house already.
I don't have that kind of money. I'm on a budget.
Believe for it. You have faith for it.
One day.
You have faith for it.
We do some more tours and have a hit song.
Hey, there's gonna be signs.
There will
Derek's
be signs.
gonna have that water
I'll have
fountain.
That clean water thing. Yep. So it's the new year, right? And I wanted to ask this question to y'all because, I don't think I have New Year's resolutions. I really don't. But we start the year out with 21 Days Prayer, which is what happened?
Your belly's showing a little bit.
Oh, is it showing? There's my belly button. I don't wear a shirt under this. So,
sugar bowl.
Yeah. If you see my belly button, that's fine. I'll have to edit that one out.
No, I'm leaving that.
Leave that.
That.
I'm fine with that. That's
you better believe that.
So speaking of my belly and belly button, we do 21 Days Prayer. Some folks fast during 21 Days Prayer. The holiest of holies do, for sure. I'm here to tell you I'm not that person. We get up at 4, we're at church at 5 every morning. So, I'm not fasting, or not Daniel fasting.
Yeah.
I'm doing kind of a different thing that involves brownies and... No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We're binging.
I'm doing
21 days of binge.
I'm doing a different thing where I don't eat any rice, vegetables, or beans.
Yeah. No, I've been eating plenty of rice and vegetables. My point being, starting with the discipline of prayer throughout the year is always really good.
Absolutely.
I feel like God always works in my life. Like, this things that have already happened to me this year that I've just prayed for, and almost I feel like it is there's opportunity. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yep.
I'm focused on going to the gym. So I'm instead of going out and eating lunch every day.
Yeah.
Because I love
which is my favorite sport.
Lunch. It's my favorite sport.
is eating lunch.
I go to the gym every day. I'm going to lose the 40 pounds of sympathy weight I put on the past 2 years.
Yeah.
And I'm going to the gym and having a blast. I don't call that a New Year's resolution because that's just a lifestyle change for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep on going to the gym around lunchtime every day.
Yeah.
This works best for me. So that's a real roundabout way of okay, we have the option, but you're kind of forced into the discipline of prayer to start the year. What's your other your I'm going to use quotation marks here for people not watching the video. What's your resolution, New Year's resolution?
What do you got?
Well, I would say that this all starts for us with Marriage Advance in November.
We're talking about the new year, though.
Yeah, no, we kind of start talking.
No, that's
about,
2024.
We kind of start talking about the marriage sense of what we want the next year to look like together. So we're already kind of in that headspace. And then on our We Made It trip, we talk about different things. And he was even more like, normally we kind of just talk through it and we're like, okay, that sounds great. But this year he mapped it out. We discussed, we had questions and topics, and it was great. Like during our dinner, we talked about dreams, aspirations, goals together, individually, family, financially. Yeah. So it was way more in depth. But ours are also like, it's not that anything has drastically changed. It's all things that we've already practiced throughout the years. We're just being, I think, more disciplined in those areas.
Yeah. Well, we're just, I'll say it's like something really simple is like so cliche, but it's just like meal prepping.
Yep.
Like we just.
Tell them the math.
Yeah. We just go.
Oh, yeah.
Grab food here, grab Chick-fil-A here, grab Qdoba here,
it's not
whatever.
that we're eating bad, but we just grab.
Yeah, we
and
don't
go.
like eat super unhealthy. Well, we don't eat unhealthy.
You don't eat unhealthy
Jacqueline
at all.
really doesn't
actually.
eat unhealthy. I only eat unhealthy when like me, you, and Rhett Walker sneak off
McDonald's.
to McDonald's when Jacqueline goes to bed on tour.
And then I smell it
Confession.
for 2 days.
Pretty good.
Confession.
That's good stuff.
That's great.
Well, I know
No,
how much
just,
it costs
like, meal
for us
prepping.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know how much it costs for just me and Liz. We don't have kiddos yet. I can't imagine four people.
Yeah, you don't go to Chick-fil-A for less than $50.
No.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
so
wild.
so we
Speaking
started
of inaugurations
very drastic.
Monday,
I know.
hope
Yeah.
some stuff changes this
Yeah,
year.
bring
My
in
hope's
groceries.
not in the president. I would say my hope's not in the
My
president.
but
hopes
it
in
helps.
my hopes in cheaper groceries.
But I do think our future president that's going to be sworn in on Monday has some pretty good ideas about getting some stuff straightened out.
Yeah.
I think so.
Like he did 8 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I paid less
I'm excited
taxes.
about that.
Last time around.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens. No, I think. There was just a lot of. I don't know what the
Intention.
perception of mine and Jacqueline's marriage is. There's always a perception and an opinion, but like we kind of just go. Like there's not a ton of like.
Yeah, I would say y'all. I
prep
would say
and planning.
Yeah, I would say
And
y'all
we need-
have zero chill.
Yeah.
Like I think y'all like sometimes I'm like y'all. What? Just go home. Like y'all. There's no reason to go out and do all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be
But
right.
that makes who that. No, I'm not
But-
saying I'm
but
right.
it's-
I'm just saying that's what makes you who you
But
are.
the meal prep thing and the discipline of it, it's just like a small. It's like that book Atomic Habits
Yeah.
talks about like basically micro habits that create long term things.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing. And one thing I'm adding is, obviously, like we spend a lot of time at a desk or meeting with people,
Yep.
or the longest I'm up active all day because I hate the gym.
Yeah.
Is when we're on stage.
Yeah.
And then when we're touring, well, then you're in a van or a bus or a plane,
Yeah.
and you're not active. So I'm going for like 10 to 15,000 steps a week. That's what I'm gonna go
week?
for. Like start tracking them. Like get up, like this afternoon.
Move around.
I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna go for a walk, whether anybody wants to go with me or not.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to do things like
That's good for your physical and your mental too. Though.
very much a mental thing. And also, not that our kids are still very young, and people that are older than us will laugh. So Kurt and Dad will laugh at us for me saying this, but like I want to be a really active granddad.
Yeah.
And I want that, and that starts now.
It starts
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
So those, I mean, I agree with you. I think it's less about like a resolution and like what's one thing we're adding to our life this year. And Jacqueline's always been good about. Jacqueline has a lifestyle. Like it's not a
If
diet.
Jack says she's
And
gonna do
got
something,
and
she's
it's-
gonna do it.
Well, there's the proofs in it too. Like
Yeah.
you've been on health journey for.
Yeah.
We were dating a
16.
year.
Yeah.
So 16 years ago, she said, "I'm going to do this."
Yeah.
She lost whatever. She says I always say more than it is. So whatever you said,
A lot.
a lot
It
of
was
weight.
60 pounds.
60 pounds.
That's
It
a lot.
looked-
Yeah.
I mean this the most respectful way possible. It looked like 100.
Yeah.
Like she looked like a different person.
Yeah.
And it's not
losing
and it wasn't a
10
diet.
pounds is hard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
60's a lot of pounds
Yeah.
to lose.
And just her story. We have another friend, a bass player friend of mine, who he lost 100 pounds over the last year. He posted about it. It's just very simple steps.
Yeah.
It's calorie deficit, walk every day, Here's what I did. You can do it too. So I'm just trying to. I mean, I don't have a weight problem per se, but doesn't mean I'm healthy.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do those things.
This guy's just skinny doesn't mean you're healthy.
Yeah.
It also doesn't mean you're unhealthy.
Yeah,
that's true.
Though.
He's healthy.
You're healthy.
Could just be more active.
You just need to move them joints.
We like to. I just think if we're not growing physically, spiritually, emotionally, then you're retreating. Like I don't think there is such thing as stagnant.
Well, that's when you get bored and you sin usually, and like not to get real deep, but like anytime boredom starts, it's just that's the devil's playground. In my opinion.
Well, I'll just be my own confession.
Well, I was gonna say too. That's when I start overeating. It's like, man, I'm bored because I'm not pushing forward on something, so I'm gonna go crush a 40-piece nug. You know,
I've realized that the two things I do when I'm sad, mad, and lonely are scroll Instagram. Go to Chick-fil-A. I don't even have to be hungry. You know, and it's like that's not. Like that ain't going to cut it. You know, I'm not going to avoid being mad, sad, or lonely. That's part of the human experience. Right. So what am I going to do? And my prayer life changed a lot starting in December. 21 days of prayer obviously adds another element to that. And you know, I think there's been times in my life where I've prayed without ceasing. But I think I'm actually doing it now. You know, and that's made the practical things of don't eat out, don't overspend, don't shop on Amazon. You know,
Amazon be getting me. I mean, this heater right now, I got that off Amazon.
Well, I'm thankful you shopped at Amazon.
But that was we did need that heater. It gets cold and it gets cold in the Cline headquarters over here. We're still waiting for that hit song so we can get some heat in here.
Studio C.
No, I agree. I do the same thing. I overeat. I've struggled with weight since I was in 6th grade, probably. And nobody's ever the thing about our family, and this isn't a bad thing. It's just like you're healthy if you're chubby. It just that's just what it is. And so with all that comes body image issues. And if guys say they don't deal with that, they're lying to you.
Yeah, they are.
All guys lie.
Everybody deals with it.
All guys do lie, but all guys struggle with that stuff.
Well, that's why I hate the gym.
And so And so going to the gym for me actually is like, whether I am happy or sad, just take the feelings either way. It mentally gets me where I need to be every day.
That's good.
And so it's a good.
What do your workout queen? What's like? Talk about your discipline a little bit. Like,
what do you do?
Doing
Jack?
it when you don't feel good, and also you're on a little bit of a health journey now, trying to figure out some stuff.
For me, it's more about mental health even than physical most days.
Yeah.
I have to go for my mind to be healthy and clear. And the work that God has given me, I have to have mind clarity, and I have to be healthy in mind and spirit. And so that's just a part of my day. There's no option. If I take off, it's because my body is tired and it needs rest. But it's not because I'm choosing laziness. It's not because I don't want to go. I want to go every day. But it's because now I'm at a state in my life where I do realize that working out 8 days a week is not actually the best option for me.
Right. And there's because you can't, there's only 7 days. That's the other thing.
I thought you were trying to make a point.
It's like
you're just okay. Well,
you're right. 7 days.
Gonna clip that one.
No, that's great. I wasn't even thinking.
It is. That's true.
Well, that was deep.
Yeah.
No, I will say Jack is the most dedicated person I know to anything. Like anything. Even if she's gonna be mad about doing it, she's gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't been happy about this health journey.
I've always respected,
but I'm doing it.
I've always respected you, Jack, for that. My whole life I've known you. Yeah, even when it pisses me off.
I told
Jack, just.
I told a friend last night. He called and he's kind of starting a health journey, turning 40 this year, wants to lose some weight, get healthy, and he said, I told him, I said, if me and you had 5% of Jacqueline's discipline, you would weigh 140 pounds with a 12-pack, and I would be running triathlons.
Well, I'll tell you something funny. We, our buddy Booba.
Yeah.
And my other buddy Ben Swales.
Yeah.
So I've I say I've only played with them a few times because 21 Days of Prayer has I go to bed super early.
Yeah.
One thing I've changed this year is I'm real regimen, like 7 p.m. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
4 a.m. I'm waking up. But I'm part of their Fortnite crew now.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty fun.
Yeah.
And but that's what we've been talking about. Is like we're just gonna get freaking ripped this year, but we're gonna be modest about it. Like we're gonna wear 2X shirts, but like you're gonna tell like we're ripped under.
There will
the
be
2X.
signs.
Yeah, like
That's
under those
funny.
2X
Yeah.
shirts. So I don't know if they've been going to.
Have you seen the video?
Not,
Have you seen the video of like hot church guy? And it's like he's like, you gotta, while you're taking your sweatshirt off, you let your shirt come up.
Come up.
Oh
just
my
go,
God.
I'm sorry.
It's my bad.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, speaking of 21 Days of Prayer, Kevin Isaac wrote a cool prayer card.
He's a sweetie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you mean to read it?
No, I was just gonna say it. On to the next thing.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
No, so we have prayer cards. People can write down prayer requests.
I'll put the picture of
put
it.
the picture up of his. But this is Garrett sent this to our family message tonight, or Jack did. I can't remember.
We didn't know he had written this. We didn't even know they were passing out prayer cards in the kids' classes. Hey, if you guys want to pray about anything, they get prayed over every day.
Kids' cards are precious.
Kids' cards are the best. They're awesome.
Yeah.
And we picked up this card, and we didn't know. Right? Didn't you see it before?
I didn't see it. You told me about it.
Yeah, I think, or maybe the kids' pastor said, "Hey, I just want you to see this. This is the card that Isaac turned in." And it says, "When my parents go on tour, I hope the people that don't believe in Jesus bring him in their lives." From Isaac.
That's awesome.
And I was like, you never know what. He's 7.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I don't know totally what he thinks about what we do, or if he understands it, or why we do it.
Yeah.
And then he writes a card like that's the first thing that came to his mind when he was like,
he understands
Here's a prayer request.
Yeah, he understands the assignment.
I just thought, yeah, he understands the assignment. I just thought that was awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And there's so many like precious, cards like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty
awesome.
cool. I just wanted to bring that up.
Yep.
We have some big news.
Big news.
Big news.
Huge.
Really big news.
Sam McCabe would say it's special news.
Sam McCabe. Shout out. I love Sam. What's funny
is your 7B plugged in?
Is my 7B plugged in?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, it's plugged in. I saw his video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam's hilarious. You know what's funny? Sam's just like everybody else.
He just like us.
He's just like all of us.
Love him.
No, he is funny. He made a funny video yesterday, but this isn't about Sam McCabe. This is about Klein. And so we have a new song coming out.
Yeah.
February 7th.
Feb.
Brand spanking new.
7.
It is called To Live is Christ.
Yep.
That's the title. What's funny is every time I type it out, I type it as To Live as Christ. So both are true. You should live as him.
Yeah.
And he is.
And it is.
And it is.
To live is Christ.
But the Bible says to live is Christ.
To live is Christ. To die is gain.
Yeah.
Really pumped on getting it out to the world. I think it's gonna make an impact. I don't say that arrogantly. I think God gave us a song.
Yeah.
And I can talk like this because I didn't really have anything to do with writing it. Except the drum parts. Mainly the drum parts I was part of. So, like, all of the drums, I was a part of that. And I had a few notes on some other things, but other than that, the Lord wrote it with Garrett, Jack, McKendry, Tucker, and who else is on it?
Channing Gillespie?
Yeah, Channing Gillespie.
Yep.
And so, I can say with no ego, this is the Lord's song, and I'm hoping it's going to help people worship Him.
Yeah.
I believe that it is.
Yeah.
We're pumped because if you're listening to this, you care about our journey and this music career stuff, or you hate us. And if
And
you
you're
do
looking
hate
for
us,
dirt.
gotcha, because you're watching. Thanks. And I'm honestly fine either way.
Yeah.
That's fine with me either way. This is the first song we've really had there. We've got industry folks really excited about it.
Yeah.
Like for songs and art and industry is weird and they really don't go together, but they have to.
It is.
And it's
strange.
like there's a billion songs that would probably bring you to your knees. I'm not just talking about Christian
Yeah.
songs about Jesus.
Yeah.
that you'll never hear because it can't get past that gatekeeper, or it's not as it's a tenth less good than the other song that the publisher heard that day. And so it's kind of crazy. Like, just to be able to release a song and have somebody excited about it, it's climbing up Mount Everest, basically. And so to have people come and like, hey, this song, this is it. Like, this is a big song. And, and so we're all pumped about it. First and foremost, excited about that. It for me, it felt the same as Worthy One. It's just a special song. It means a lot to me personally, and feel the same way. And other people felt the same way about Worthy One. And it's I'm going to use success loosely, but it has impacted the church in a way that I didn't know if it would or could or whatever. So,
my favorite. I may have said this before on here. I can't remember, but
it's okay. Say it again.
My favorite quote about music at all is by Vince Gill, and he says you have to. I'm not going to say it perfect, but basically, you do the art. Yeah. You write the song, you put the song out, and you let go of the results.
Yeah.
Like, all that stuff's up to God, right? And it's, we wrote this song over a year ago.
Yeah.
And we have just, as hard as, like I was talking about earlier, I love being busy, I love feeling like you're doing something.
Yeah.
You just can't control the timing of things.
Yeah.
And the way the song came together, the way it was written, then it finally came to the chopping block of like, we're going to cut the song, then it became cut it, and McKendry was gracious enough to produce it for us. Yeah. He's also part of writing it, and then, he brought in Kurt, who's produced all of our other music, and it's just like this awesome big team, and then we were like, happened to have met and did Experience Conference with Robbie Busick, and we really loved him, and I was like, well, this song needs a male voice. We really tried to just serve the song, let go of the results, and then you hear it back, and we were just like weeping. It's like, man, God orchestrated all this in perfect timing. And so for there to be people, it's like we shouldn't need validation from humans.
Right.
But for there to be people we love validate that song is really nice. Yeah, and so it just feels like I'm glad it's the first song coming out this year. I'm glad.
Yeah, it's a good tone setter.
It seems we sing it at our home church, and it's going great. And just really excited about how it all just feel like this greatest team all came together.
That day we didn't walk into the room and say, let's write a hit. Right. That day we walked into the room, and someone said this probably a year ago. I can't remember who it was. You may remember, but they said sometimes you just write a song that God puts on the fridge.
Yeah, Jesse Reeves said that.
Jesse Reeves. Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Jesse Reeves said that to us.
And I feel like we all four came in there and we just wanted to write a song that God was going to put on the fridge.
Yeah.
And be proud of and be honored by.
I feel like in our writing last year, we wrote some great songs. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many, a bunch. And, God chose to bring this one to the surface.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it's been a lesson for me just to not have too much of an agenda.
Yeah.
What Jesse said, he's like, you color a bunch of pictures, and sometimes God puts one on the fridge, and whatever happens with it,
it's
happens.
It's kind of like when we started really hard on this journey as Klein 4 years ago. It's kind of like which it's God and Himself even doing this, but we met with every major label in Nashville, Christian major label. Mm-hmm. They opened their doors up to us, let us come in, met with some of them multiple times. Mm-hmm. Like, not even everybody even gets to do that.
Yeah.
And the thing always was like, well, we just got to figure out what you are.
Yeah.
Or make you who you are. And not in a bad way, because like some of those folks,
figure out the brand.
Figure out the brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to partner with some of those folks one day.
Yeah.
If it makes sense.
For sure.
And God orchestrates it. But it's we tried real hard and couldn't come up with anything. Yeah. Basically, it was just like dud.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. No tour dates.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
and it's just like there's something to letting go.
Right.
You know, and I'm not saying let go and let God, but
it sounds oddly familiar.
Yeah, let go. I think I had a hat with that on it one time. That's the Christian brand that country singers that aren't actually Christians used to wear.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh my God, that dude let go." He's like, "I don't know. I just thought it was cool." That's true. That's what is whatever. No, but like when you start letting God do the thing, it's like, well, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, we sound like this.
Yeah,
that's what we sound like.
Yeah,
this is what we look like.
Yeah,
you know, and God orchestrates the people that want to be on your team, and we got some folks now that are on our team and or want to be on our team and or are helping us. Not expecting anything in return. You know, and so because the other thing, this the fact at the end of the day. The way the song gets heard on Spotify is somebody at Spotify has to like it.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the fact of it. It's like, it's not just magic.
Right.
You know? And so God, it's not magic in that sense, but that should tell you how supernatural it has to be for a song to get to where you can even hear it. So, all that saying, this is the first song I feel like, I don't know if y'all feel like, everything aligned. It's like, oh, this is awesome. You know,
I don't like getting into too much of like the hokey stuff of like everybody every single day some songwriter walks out of a room in Nashville and goes, "We wrote a smash today."
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, whatever. We wrote a hit today, and it's like, well, it's not a hit till it's a hit,
right?
And so I don't pretend to know, right? And that's why I like that let go of the results thing, but. I do think you should take note when something feels special. Yeah. When the tide feels like it's shifting, you know. And whatever that means, it means. But yeah, I'm excited to thrive in 25.
Yeah. Be looking out for it. February 7th. To live is Christ.
To live is Christ.
And you'll know about it because we'll post a bajillion things about it.
We'll post a bajillion things.
Cool note here.
Yeah.
Garrett just showed us this video, but I wanted to shout these people out. They probably will never hear this. But Crosswater Community Church.
Oh, yeah.
Down in Florida.
Yeah.
Played Worthy One.
Yeah, they posted a video of their Sunday morning playing Worthy One.
And they killed it.
And they tagged us in it.
That's
so cool.
I've only watched about half of it, but it's awesome.
Yeah, they were crushing it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's really cool to see
that song get used in a church, and I just think that's I think we are three separate individuals, which makes us unique as a quote unquote artist. So like everybody's got different gifts and dreams and aspirations. Even Jacqueline and I, we don't have to have the same dreams and aspirations. I think that's a misconception in marriage. We have to be a team.
Yeah.
Like we chose that. Yeah. But one of my personal things is I believe if a song can be bigger than you, then that's kind of like a proof that God was a part of it.
Yeah.
It's like there's some people, an artist, but you may not be able to name a single song. They're kind of a pop culture icon or whatever. But if there's a song and no one knows who wrote it and no one knows who sang it, but everybody knows that song, I think that's a cool place to live.
Yeah.
Cool place to live as an artist and as a writer. Yeah. And like all these people at this church, like none of them know who we are.
Yeah. They don't know.
Like I bet most people in the band don't know who we are.
Right.
Or who wrote the song or whatever.
Right.
But they got to worship with those words.
Yeah,
I think that's
so
cool. I think it's a pretty sweet place.
Yeah, I think that's the icing on the cake right there.
Yep.
Well, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
We're gonna tour this year.
We touring.
We're gonna tour.
We got a few things. Not gonna announce the one thing.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's not
time yet. Something special's coming.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Stay tuned.
Turn on your notifications.
As of right now through April is kind of what we know is happening. Ish. We're doing several like marriage conferences. Jacqueline's dragging us to a couple women's conferences.
Sweet.
So like me and Derek have to be the only dudes there.
I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna be a better husband because I'm gonna understand women better.
Good luck. I don't think I understand myself.
I thought
better.
maybe me and you would like go to do one of the McDonald's
Y'all go
trips.
Eat and have fun.
During the women's conference. So we're doing a few conferences, and also there's some conferences at our home church. So like if you're listening, around the Bowling Green area, we got a men's conference and a women's conference here.
February,
that's gonna be good. Yep. And then Dee and I are gonna go on a little tour. We'll talk about later on. Just part of what we're gonna do.
Yep.
And
Releasing a lot of music.
And we're just going to keep a steady stream of music going.
Yep.
We're really excited.
Yep. Okay, we got one more full week. Tomorrow's Friday, and then after that we got one more full week of 21 Days of Prayer, and then I think I'm going to be more alert at 2 in the afternoon.
Okay,
yes, it's going to be great.
I'm looking forward to it.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
okay.
It'll be good.
Love y'all. Thanks for listening. CLINEcast 006. Had to think about it for a minute. Happy New Year. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. Merry Christmas if we didn't tell you then. And
new episode every 2 weeks.
We'll see you here in a couple weeks. Alex Henderson, this episode was for you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say that.
What a sponsor.
He reminded me at church the other day. He's like, I need a new CLINEcast. And I actually, Alex, sorry, I've signed off here. I believe every word Alex says.
I do too.
So if he ever becomes a liar, I'm screwed.
We need to have him on.
Yeah.
Can we have him on as a guest?
So, dedicate this episode to Alex Henderson, future dad.
You think he'll send us any money if we say it's sponsored by Alex Henderson?
Yeah. I think he would.
All right, cool.
I think he would do whatever.
This episode sponsored by
Alex Henderson and his future baby.
There you go.
So there we go. All right. Peace out, y'all. See ya.